Thank you, Professor. Thank you, everyone, for coming out today. If I have learned nothing else from this program, I have learned that a presentation's perceived quality is usually negatively correlated with its length. With that in mind, I'll do my best to keep this brief. When I was asked to speak here today, I made a list of my favorite stories from my time here at the Scheller College of Business. There was a story about spending an afternoon throwing paper helicopters off the eave in the atrium to better understand the implications of manufacturing defects. There was a story about spending 9 long months working with 2 great teams on a project for my favorite non-local nonprofit, the Marcus Autism Center. There was even one about stumbling across an Irish pub in the middle of downtown Istanbul on St. Patrick's Day and going inside to discover both Guinness on tap and 2 Georgia Tech alums sitting at the bar enjoying it. And while each of these stories may have been appropriate for today, with the possible exception of the St. Patrick's Day one, this audience might be a little too distinguished for that particular tale. I decided to go with one that will tell you a story about something that happened to me just last week. And while this story isn't directly related to the program here, hopefully you will all find it entertaining and relevant to your new position as Georgia Tech MBAs. Last week, my 8-year-old son Lincoln beat me at chess for the first time. Before you roll your eyes and say, "Oh no, here's another father rambling on about his kid," please humor me. Lincoln has certainly tolerated stories about Georgia Tech with grace for the past 3 years. First, when I say he beat me, I don't mean we were playing and I won a game so I let him have one, or I got bored in the middle of a game so I started sacrificing pieces. No, when I say he beat me, he beat me. I've never believed in the go-easy approach to playing games with my son. I've always taught him if he's going to win, he's going to earn it. In this particular game, he had a great strategy and laid out a well-thought trap that I fell into. He beat me that game, but it was certainly not the first game that we had played. Over the 6 months or so since I taught him to play chess, we had played roughly 50 games. Now, if you think that through just a little bit, he beat me on the 50th for the first time. That means the first 49 games, I beat him time and time again. Now, he responded to all of these losses in a very particular way. He always asked me what he could do to get better, what I did to win, and begged me to play just one more time. He never got upset. He never got frustrated. He just got better. At 8 years old, Lincoln understood that failure is a stepping stone to success. Now, this experience really made me think. Like most of you, I've had much more success in my life than failures. Let's face it, we would not be at this ceremony today if we didn't have the drive and the ability necessary to be successful in this world. But I hate to break it to you, class of 2014, none of us will ever be able to achieve the greatness we are capable of unless we are willing to risk failure first. Please remember that you will not always get what you want from this world. For the past 3 to 5 years, we've all been surrounded by a wonderful group of people that exude that you can do it attitude made famous by another better Georgia Tech speech. Some of you have never known the bitter taste of defeat, but the odds are likely at some point in your life you will. Some of you will soon realize that the dream jobs you've worked so hard to get aren't the perfect fit you thought they would be. Some of you will be passed over for promotions that you know you deserve. Some of you will start companies with the grandest of intentions, pour your heart and souls into everything that you do, and see them fail. Odds are likely that everyone here will fail at some point, but I beg you, when you fail, always try to fail forward. Learn from your mistakes and figure out how to come back stronger. Wear your professional scars with pride and know that you are never beaten as long as you have faith in yourself. Know that the obstacles in your life are not here to end your story, they're here to make it interesting. So every time one of you finds yourself in checkmate, I hope you have the patience to learn from your mistakes and the perseverance to always reset the board as many times as it takes until you win. I want to say thank you to the wonderful faculty of this school. Thank you to the class of 2014. And especially, thank you to my beautiful wife, Kelly, my wonderful son, Link, and all the great people that sit behind the graduates here today. We know you've been behind us the entire time, and that's why we're able to be where we are. Thank you.